Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. I'm Kate, the Old Lady, and this is Sunshine on Leith, episode 19. Today we are going on in the Scottish Cup. Let's pop over there and have a look, because things have been going reasonably well in an interesting way. Where were we when we last saw? Did we do Hamilton and St. John still? Is that what we... Oh gosh, I never remember what we did. Well, anyway, you can see how the results have been going. We've had 3 straight wins before facing Celtic in the first round of the Scottish Cup quarter-final and drawing them, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because we had the lead from the 4th minute in this one. And with a wonder strike from Andy Murdoch, he just blasted it from 25 meters or some crazy distance. It was just insane, and we got that win, that draw. Do not recall where we were last time. Was it Hearts and Ross County? I think it might have been. So we lost to Hearts. And we drew with Ross. We won with Ross County. Beat. Words are difficult. We won against Ross County, getting us into the quarterfinal, where inevitably we drew Celtic, because we draw Celtic in every cup competition. At some point, so far, in every cup competition, we have drawn Celtic. It just somehow, every time. But the good news is we beat them in the first one. Well, we didn't beat them, we drew them in the first one, which unfortunately leads to an away second round, or a second leg replay. I guess replay is a better way to put it. Anyway, we're going to go to Dundee Utd, or rather they're coming to us, and we're going to play a team. And that team is pretty much this one. We did make a little signing. You may notice him sort of sneaking into the list there, in that we grabbed a couple of people. I think I told you. Did I tell you about Danny Wilson? I don't think I did. I signed him from Rangers for super cheap. I mean, it was like 65k or something. 95k, there we go. And he's valued at 3 times that. He's a perfectly useful centre back. Rangers had him transfer listed, so I snapped him up, no problem there. We could use a third centre back because McGregor, of course, left. And we noticed that this fellow was unattached and signed him on a free transfer. Now, he's making as much money as anybody else in the team, and he is a little slower than I like my players to be. He's probably the slowest one on the team. I tend to like pacey players in general. Excuse me, even at center back and places like that, I like to have them with a bit of pace. The only place that I'm willing to sacrifice pace is defensive midfielder, because they have a limited range on the pitch, so I'm less worried if they're quick to get around their area. So anyway, he's got a nice first touch, some good technicals, some poor technicals. He's got great mentals and reasonably decent physicals, except for his pace. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing how he does with us. He hasn't played any games yet, but he actually... Did I have him in the squad today? No, I don't, because he's not quite fit. I had him playing with the reserves, but I think he'll... I'm going to take him off that now. Whoops. Squad available until match fit. I think I want him to be able to play the Celtic game. No, what do you call it? No pressure or anything. What I did discover when I was looking through my team is that a number of these guys are big game players. Effie Ambrose is, Paul Hanlon is, Fraser Murray is, John McGinn is, Dylan McGooch is, I think either Slivka or Smith is, I can't remember which one. Simon Murray isn't. He's the opposite. He dreads big games, while Martin Boyle is. So he's my new big game striker, and I think I will be starting him against Celtic for his first start of the season in the Cup quarter-final. Lucky fella. Magooch is just being rested. In fact, I think I'm going to bring him back in for this one, and hopefully... Oh wait, this is Dundee United, isn't it? Yes, it is, and they're dead last, so I'm not actually going to bring in Magooch. I'm going to bring in Ejaria, just as I had, and we're playing kind of a backup set here. Although our backups have been doing really, really well. David Brown, 7.24 as a backup. Callum Crane, 7.02 as a backup. I've been very pleased with both of them. Players like Fraser Murray, 7.10 in his recent games, as a backup. They're doing the job. So I'm really pleased with how they're doing. Anyway, let's get on with this. Cammy Smith gets the start up front because I don't have another striker available except Boyle, and I want to save him for the Celtic match in 3 days. So let's play against Dundee United. He would prefer number 7. I can't give you number 7, buddy. Sorry about that. That's John McGinn's number. You can have 12. Encourage the players. Play your natural game. Nope, no excitement there. Be focused. Absence of Felix Guidetti, he's injured. That's the other piece of big news. That's the one I forgot. I'm sorry, it does tend to be a couple of days between times that I play this, and since I have 5 saves running, it can be a little tricky to remember all the details from one to the other. This is why I try and shoot episodes back to back, or sort of in that style, because then it makes it easier for me to maintain a little continuity in what's going on. So, not much happening here yet. A few shots either way. All of their shots have been long shots, and not too many. That's my first long shot, so that's good. We are working the ball into the box as we're supposed to. It's an interesting head-to-head battle, apparently, in the terms of the focus of attacks. We're both focusing down the center. The only attacks we get that come down the wings come out of our fullbacks, of course, because we're still playing that 3 Mazzala formation. 2 Mazzala, excuse me. Oh, bang off the post. That's too bad. They've had 7 long shots. We've had 2 half chances. That's over. Alright, looks like we're going in at the half without a goal. It's snowing outside. It's kind of pretty. I mean, it's Canada. It snows. That's one of the things it does here. I'm gonna say keep working hard and it'll come. Nope. Fraser Murray. Oh, he's done better than that in the past, that's for sure. I'm going to bring on Stanton for Slivka. And McGarton for Ejaria. Swap him out with Murray. And Boyle. We'll get a little bit of match fitness by coming on. Oops. Oh well, I'll come back and get that in a second as soon as I can make another change. So many shots, so little effect. I said Boyle. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see how it goes. Oh, we should be on attack. We should be on overload, but... Oh my goodness, this is distressing. Go get them. Nothing. Crane. Oh, 0-0 draw against worst in the league. That's terrible. I'm very disappointed. I mean, we played well, we just didn't put the ball in the net. And that's just not good enough. Notice the league, by the way. Everything seems fairly normal as you work your way up the league. You know, you got your relegation teams and the team that's just a little bit safe. And, you know, we move up through the middle ranks and we get up to the playoffs, or not the playoffs, but the European spots. And we're still fairly close. You know, we're only 5 points behind Rangers. They've got a game in hand. And then there's Celtic with 80 points. In 29 games, they've only dropped 7 points so far. Yeah, and that's who we have next. Isn't that wonderful? However, our last 2 games against them, we are unbeaten. So let's hope we can make valuable use of that momentum and somehow spirit out a game where we can beat them away. Honestly, if we can get it to penalties and win it that way, I'd take it. Marciano should be dropped by Israel. Well, he'll be moving to Israel again fairly soon, so at the end of the season, he's already agreed to transfer. I did mention Guidetti is injured. He is out for between 11 days and 4 weeks. So that's obviously a bit of a hole in our lineup, which is not ideal. He's been very good for us so far. Where is he? He's down the bottom here. Oh no, of course he's not showing because he's injured. Unavailables. Yeah, 18 goals and 21 starts. Not a bad return for a 19-year-old. So, unfortunately, we have to face Celtic and Rangers without him. The good news is, if we can beat Rangers, which is not very likely, but we did draw them on our last trip to Ibrox, we can see about moving closer to the European spots. I'd love to get into the Europa League for next year. The extra money would do us really good. Celtic Park ready for spectacle. Capacity crowd, of which 3,000 will be ours and 57,000 will be theirs. I wonder why we can never win there. We dominated the first match but couldn't finish. That's basically true. I think we should settle the first tie with penalties. because if we had, I'd have had a real shot of getting through this round. I'm selfish, I'll say that. I'll fully welcome all the end of that. I know, I'll take it. We always practice penalties. Ugh, Dundee United. Oh, 10 goals in 8 matches. However, he was injured for the last game. I don't know if he's still injured. Is he? A pectoral strain. He's out for a day, but look at that fitness. He's not going to be a big problem for us this time. We can keep him quiet. This 90 minutes anyway. I'm sure that McGinn will be back in the side. He's injured at the moment, or he would be in it this time, I'm sure. He's been very good. Sounds like I'm praising him for Santa Claus. He's been ever so good. Oh, we're almost there. Sorry about the time taken up in moving from one to the other, but I forgot to rest him. That's good. That'll help. Martin Boyle gets the start up front because he's a big game guy, and we need big game people in this one. Magooch. Poyet. And let's see, David Gray. And Aiden White. He's not as fit as Crane, but he is nominally the better player. I tend to go by class rather than form. On the old maxim that, class is permanent, form is temporary. Or the other way around, whatever. You know what I mean. I think that's everybody. Do I want to bring in Danny Wilson, who's played reasonably well? No, because F.A. Ambrose and Paul Hanlon are paying better. Let's be honest about it. Alright, I think that's everything. Let's get to it. And please let us beat Celtic away for the first time. We've been doing so well against them. Oh, I know where we're going with the team talk. Why? Oh, that's right. Of course, there's no chance to get revenge because the last time we played them, we drew. Okay. No pressure on you to succeed. Go out there and show everyone what you got. Well, I got a couple of them. Important ones, too. McGarton's important. So is the goalkeeper. I don't tend to build teams that have a big star player and then, build the team around them. I tend to build teams that are teams where there's a lot of, rather than having 1 5-star and a bunch of 3-star players, I prefer to have a whole lot of 4 stars or 3.5-star players. That's just my preference for how I like to build my teams. We don't need to see that wretched goal again. That's dreadful. They actually are playing Dembélé. And he's going to have to come off, certainly. I mean, he's 70% already and we're only 17 minutes in. We should play on counter. Why did you take so long to do anything with it, Boyle? You just stood there. Ephraim. Ambrose, well done. Boyle, and again he takes his time. What are you doing, Boyle? Poyet with a good tackle. That's good to see. We aren't going to have to worry about Dembele for long, not at this rate, nor this guy, Sinclair. They're both exhausted. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'm so tired of Dembele. Why won't somebody buy him? He's way too good for this league. I'm going back to the attack. I know we'll probably get thrashed, but there's no way we're going to win. Oh, cleared off the line. And so far I've been impressed with Poyet, I'll say. Boyle, come on! Oh, we're missing Guidetti so much. Oh. Oh, come on. Damn it, guys. I mean, I had a feeling it was going to go this way, but it's still a pain in the ass. There we go. Took it off Sinclair and then gave it right back. What are you doing? Oh my God. Oh, so we're playing like crap. We'll bring on Danny Wilson at the half at least. Let Ambrose get out of there and not suffer too much. I don't need their morale taking a hit because of this. McGinn and Garton have been useless. Boyle has been worse than useless. Simon Murray is terrible in big games. Cammy Smith, are you any good in big games? We need to look at you and find out. Are you a big game player? Balanced and normal. So no, he's not really a big game player. And we don't really have anybody else. So it's either Smith comes on or Murray comes on, and Murray's been useless and is not a big game player. But maybe we can get him on without any pressure. I don't know. Okay. I think for a change we're going to be aggressive about this. I expect to see a much better showing. And Simon Murray. Calmly. I have faith in you. Get out there and make a difference. Alright. Let's see if you guys can do something useful with your second half. At least make this look respectable. My goodness, they've still not taken off Dembele or Sinclair. At 4-0. Alright, that's the last throw of the dice I've got. As we rather clearly are going to lose this. I really wish just 1 year we'd get a path to the final that didn't involve Celtic. In one cup competition, just once. Or at least let us have a home game in the cup. I know we had one earlier and we couldn't quite beat them, but my goodness. We just keep coming up against them away, and they just have way too much money. Boy, yeah, look for someone, that's it. Keep going. Get me a goal, you useless. Well, at least they came on in the second half and gave it something of a game. I gotta give them that much credit at least. They played better. Better, of course, not being the same thing as good. But they definitely played better. That's it. I think we still go with I'm not happy. And there you go. That's the end of our cup run. Okay, how come I can't get an option here that doesn't say we were good? I guess that's the only one I've got. It's water off a duck's back. I'm not interested. Weren't as bad as the scoreline reflects. No, it was a poor performance and a poor result. I thought he did well. Boyle and Murray both out of goals. And Guidetti injured. And now we get to face Rangers. Isn't that wonderful? Things are going so well for us. No, we're going to try and do that. There we go. Look at that. I made it work. I feel clever. So clever. And now I say all those things that I say at the ends of the videos. So I say things like, hit the like button, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, support me on Patreon. These are the things I love. If they're not your things, that's okay. I hope you're having a great day, and take care.